Title: The Infinite Dance, Exploring Infinity and its Implications. Welcome, my friends, to a journey that transcends the boundaries of time, space, and even human understanding itself. Today, we delve into the concept of infinity, a notion so vast and mysterious that it has puzzled the greatest minds in history, yet remains deeply intertwined with our everyday lives. As we explore infinity, we will traverse the realms of mathematics, philosophy, cosmology, and even the human psyche, unveiling the profound implications of this concept on our perception of reality, our understanding of the universe, and ultimately, our place within it. Part 1. Defining Infinity. Infinity. The very word evokes a sense of boundlessness, an endless expanse that stretches beyond the limits of our imagination. But what exactly is infinity? In mathematics, infinity is not a number in the traditional sense. It is a concept, a representation of something that is unbounded, limitless. When we say something is infinite, we mean that it goes on forever without end. Consider the number line. You can count from 1 to 2 to 3 and so on indefinitely. No matter how high you count, there's always a higher number, always one more. This is the simplest form of infinity, the infinity of numbers. But infinity isn't confined to mathematics. It permeates our entire universe. The concept of infinity challenges our understanding of time, space, and even the nature of existence. Imagine the universe itself. Is it infinite? Does it go on forever? Or does it curve back on itself in some unimaginable way? These questions have baffled scientists and philosophers alike for centuries. Part 2. Infinity in Mathematics. Infinity finds one of its most striking representations in mathematics, particularly in the realm of fractals. Fractals are complex, self-similar structures that reveal infinite detail, no matter how closely you examine them. Take the Mandelbrot set, for example. This mathematical construct exhibits an infinite complexity within finite bounds. As you zoom in on the Mandelbrot set, new patterns emerge, each as intricate as the last, never repeating, never ending. It's a visual representation of infinity in action. But infinity in mathematics isn't just about visual beauty, it also plays a crucial role in calculus, a branch of mathematics that deals with change and motion. Here, infinity allows us to approach problems that involve quantities growing without bound, such as the area under a curve or the slope of a tangent. Through concepts like limits and asymptotes, calculus gives us tools to grasp infinity in a practical way, enabling us to solve problems that would otherwise be intractable. Part 3. Philosophical implications of infinity. But infinity is not just a mathematical concept. It is also a profound philosophical idea. The ancient Greeks were among the first to grapple with the notion of infinity, with philosophers like Zeno of Elea presenting paradoxes that challenged the very foundations of logic and mathematics. Zeno's paradoxes, such as the famous Achilles and the tortoise, illustrate the counterintuitive nature of infinity. In this paradox, Achilles can never overtake a tortoise in a race, because every time he reaches the point where the tortoise was, the tortoise has moved a little further ahead. The paradox suggests that an infinite number of steps must be taken, even though the distance is finite. These paradoxes raise deep questions about the nature of reality. Is infinity just a conceptual tool, or does it have a real, tangible existence? Can we truly grasp the infinite with our finite minds? Infinity also has implications for our understanding of the self and consciousness. The idea of an infinite soul, an eternal spirit, has been a cornerstone of many religious and spiritual traditions. It challenges us to think beyond the finite, to consider our place in an infinite cosmos. Part 4. Infinity in Cosmology. When we gaze up at the night sky, we are confronted with the infinite in a very real way. The universe, as far as we can observe, is vast beyond comprehension. But is it truly infinite? Cosmologists have long debated the size and shape of the universe. Some theories suggest that the universe is infinite, extending forever in all directions. Others propose that the universe is finite but unbounded, much like the surface of a sphere. You could travel in one direction forever, and eventually you'd end up back where you started. But infinity in cosmology isn't just about space, it's also about time. The concept of an eternal universe, one that has existed forever and will continue to exist forever, is a direct challenge to our understanding of beginnings and endings. The Big Bang Theory, which posits that the universe began as a singularity and has been expanding ever since, introduces a different kind of infinity. Here, we deal with an infinite density and temperature at the moment of the Big Bang, raising questions about the nature of time and the origin of everything we know. Part 5. Infinity and Human Consciousness. As we delve deeper into the concept of infinity, we inevitably turn inward, towards the infinite potential of the human mind. Our consciousness, with its ability to imagine, create, and reflect, seems to brush up against the infinite every day. Think about the vastness of human thought. Each thought can lead to another, in an endless chain of ideas and possibilities. Our minds are capable of conceiving of infinity, of pondering the infinite expanse of space and time, the infinite possibilities of what could be. In this way, infinity is not just an abstract concept, it is a lived experience. It is the feeling of being overwhelmed by the sheer scale of existence, the sense of awe when we contemplate the cosmos, the boundless potential we feel when we dream. Infinity also plays a role in our understanding of death and the afterlife. Many cultures and religions speak of an eternal soul, an infinite continuation of consciousness beyond the physical body. Whether or not you believe in such things, the idea of infinity challenges us to think beyond the here and now, to consider the eternal. Part 6. Infinity in Art and Literature. Infinity has long been a source of inspiration for artists and writers. From the endless patterns of Islamic art, which reflect the infinite nature of the divine, to the works of Jorge Luis Borges, who explored infinite labyrinths and libraries, infinity has captured the human imagination in profound ways. In literature, the idea of the infinite often appears in the form of infinite loops, paradoxes, and vast, unending landscapes. Borges' short story, The Library of Babel, for instance, describes a universe in the form of a vast library containing every possible book, an infinite collection of knowledge that defies comprehension. In art, infinity can be represented through repetition, symmetry, and the use of fractal-like patterns. M.C. Escher, the Dutch graphic artist, is famous for his mind-bending works that depict impossible constructions and infinite staircases, challenging our perception of reality and the infinite. Through art and literature, we are able to explore infinity not just as an abstract concept, but as a visceral, emotional experience. It invites us to lose ourselves in the infinite, to confront the limits of our understanding, and to revel in the beauty of the endless. Part 7. Practical implications of infinity. While infinity might seem like a purely theoretical concept, it has practical implications in our daily lives. For instance, in the world of computing, the concept of infinity is essential to understanding algorithms and data structures that can grow without bound. In economics, infinity comes into play when considering concepts like exponential growth. The idea that a small investment can grow infinitely over time underpins many economic models, but it also raises concerns about sustainability and the limits of growth in a finite world. In environmental science, the tension between infinite growth and finite resources is a central issue. Our planet has limited resources, yet our economies are often built on the assumption of infinite growth. This paradox forces us to rethink our relationship with the environment and consider new models of sustainability. Infinity also has implications for ethics and morality. If we consider the infinite consequences of our actions, we are forced to think more deeply about the long-term impact of our decisions, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. Conclusion. Infinity is a concept that touches every aspect of our lives, from the deepest philosophical questions to the most practical concerns. It challenges us, inspires us, and humbles us. As we contemplate infinity, we are reminded of the vastness of the universe and our small yet significant place within it. We are encouraged to think beyond the finite, to explore the endless possibilities of thought, creativity, and existence. In the end, infinity is not something to be feared or avoided, it is something to be embraced. It is a reminder of the boundless potential that lies within each of us, the infinite ways we can grow, learn, and connect with the world around us. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the infinite. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and never stop exploring the endless wonders of the universe. Subscribe.